Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, so I hear. I hope you had a great long weekend. I know that on Thursday I read about remembering when it's going to be a 3-day weekend, so I hope you had an awesome time with the great weather we had for most of the weekend. It was a little rainy here and there, but overall it was a pretty good, awesome weekend. So now it's Tuesday already, one work day out of the way, and it's time for me to read from Neil Pasricha's The Book of Even More Awesome, read with permission by the author. I am Stephanie. I am the branch manager of the Rochambeau Library of Providence Community Library and also systems coordinator for Providence Community Library. I'll be reading tonight, and then on Thursday it'll be my final reading of Awesome. And we might have some more wonderful things lined up for you. I know this YouTube channel has crafts and story times and model airplanes and so many wonderful things from the staff at Providence Community Library. So make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 200 subscribers, which is awesome. So I hope you subscribe and enjoy the Book of Even More Awesome and my readings tonight. Here we go. You might have been playing some of these games during your time at home. Old classic board games. Wedged tightly into dark corners in dusty attics are piles of worn-out board games from years ago. The corners of these old boxes are cracked and split open, and the flashy prints on top long worn away, leaving only the dusty corrugated bones behind. Pencils with broken leads, yellowed instructions, faded homemade scorecards, and assorted sub-ins for lost game pieces litter the box and make it look like a clattery junk drawer of assorted knickknacks. Take a deep breath and sniff up that musty scent that takes you way, way back. For old time's sake, look fondly at 10 of the greatest board games of all times. 10. Mousetrap. I had it. My nephews had it. They loved it. Here's Mousetrap. This game taught us the meaning of the slow tantric crescendo. That's because the first 99% of the game was a boring play by number hopscotch. But then it got to Mousetrap time, and it was all worth it. Confession, I don't even know how to play real Mousetrap. I just set up the trap and let it go. Number 9, Connect 4. Despite the quick setup time, easy rules, and fun gameplay, Connect 4 always seemed suspiciously mathy. And now, be honest, did you ever realize your kid's sister was about to deliver a 4-in-a-row knockout punch and then release the trap on the bottom, spilling all the pieces on the table and denying her that big crowning moment? Yeah, I'm not proud of it either. Number 8, Battleship. The best part of Battleship was those hard plastic cases the game came in. It was like its own luggage set, and it was hard not to feel important when you flipped one open and began fiddling with all the pieces inside. Kids, those are what we used to call laptops. Number 7, Uno. Now, Uno wasn't really a board game, but whenever it was board game time, there was always that one whiny kid who begged everyone to play Uno instead, but no one would. That's why it's called Uno. I actually really love Uno. That's one of my favorite games to play. Number 6, Risk. Turns out you can't dominate the world in an hour. As a result, committing to a game of Risk was committing to giving up your entire evening. Games could go until 3, 4, 5 in the morning, with the first person out at 9 p.m. sitting bored on the couch flipping channels for 6 hours. Too bad, man. Shouldn't have challenged Siam. Another confession, my friends played Risk in high school and I didn't even play. I sat out. I have no idea how to play. It was too much for me. I was out. Never played it. Number 5, Candyland. This game required no reading, no writing, no strategy, no decision making at all. You just flipped over a card, looked at the color, move your piece to that color. That's it, really. Candyland ranks high because it's a gateway game and gets people interested in the harder stuff. Number 4, one of my favorites, Trivial Pursuit. The hardest stuff of all. I'm talking about the original heavy box Genius Edition here. You know you're playing that one when the questions are impossible and everybody feels like an idiot without any pie pieces. Props to the first person who proposes ditching the board and just asking questions. Number 3, the game of life. If you can believe it, Milton Bradley himself created the game of life way back in 1860. Now, the game is more than a little preachy. I mean, if you don't go to college, have lots of kids, and drive around buying insurance and suing for damages, then you probably won't end up at a beautiful white plastic mansion at the end. But there was something special about all the kids getting to act grown up for an hour. Number 2, Clue. This dark and bloody board game about mansion murder was always a winner with happy-go-lucky kids on a Saturday afternoon. Yes, Clue was a tense and quiet hour of private note-taking, raised eyebrows, and suspicious glances. A nice break from running around the backyard with untied shoelaces and runny noses anyway. And number 1, can you guess what number 1 is? I bet you know it. Monopoly. After everyone is through fighting over the free parking rules and who gets the best token, this game was usually all about the late inning game-changing trade. It's the three-way deal that gives the richest player all the railroads to seal everybody's fate, or the tired person who gives up at midnight and just trades away boardwalk to meet the rent on Kentucky Avenue. Yes, as you are huddled around the kitchen table, sitting in a friend's basement late at night, or gathering the family together at the cottage, there's just something about those old classic board games. They sure do bring us together for some laughs, some ups, some downs, and some plain old-fashioned good times. Awesome. And actually this weekend, some of my friends and I sat in a backyard and played some board games like Outburst and Apples to Apples. They're always so much fun and they bring back so many memories. So that was reading number 1 for tonight. Reading number 2. Because you know I love to eat and I love my food. Fully justifying whatever terrible thing you're eating. Do this all the time, and these are probably all my excuses. Let's see if they're yours. Let the grease glisten, mayo drip, and soda fizz. Here are 3 ways to make the magic happen. 1, veggie validation. My friend Mike is king of this move. Gotta get my greens, he'll say, while chomping dill pickles on the couch playing video games. Carrots are good for you, he'll smirk, while licking thick cream cheese icing off a brick of carrot cake. Remember, anything with vegetables in it fully qualifies as potentially healthy. Now go relax and enjoy a slice of pumpkin pie with the side of onion rings. Number 2, the dumbbell defense. On the rare mornings I ventured to the gym for a half dozen sit-ups and some stretching in sweatpants, I always end up eating a tipsy mountain of nachos for dinner later in the day. No worries, I'll think with cheese greasy fingers and salsa dripping down my chin. I totally worked this off already. And number 3, vacation break-in. When you go on holidays, it's fun to free your stomach from the shackles of the kitchen. Slip into shades and shorts and start breaking the rules in the slow lane. Remember, getting away from it all means putting your feet up and having a third Sunday. Yes, fully justifying whatever terrible thing you're eating is a beautiful eyes-wide moment of taste-based wonder. It's great ditching the guilt once in a while to enjoy a crispy skinned wiener on the sidewalk or a drippy quarter pounder after the bars on Friday night. People, we ain't spinning on this rock too long, so let's all remember to relax and just enjoy the extra scoop. Awesome. I've used every single one of those excuses, but enjoy. That's what life is about, right? Enjoy what you like eating. You don't need any excuses. Never say you're sorry. Enjoy what you enjoy. And this is the short reading, my 3rd reading of the night. This happens to me a lot. Looking at the clock and seeing that it's 12:34, or as I like to say, 1, 2, 3, 4. When this happens, it's like your day is winking at you. It sort of feels like all the mysteries of the world are about to unfold before your eyes as the universe puts up its hand and says, hey, stop for a second. Also applies to 11:11. Awesome. Those are my readings for tonight. Don't forget, I'll be back Thursday at 7 o'clock for my final reading of the book of Even More Awesome by Neil Pasricha. Underneath my video here is a link to donate to Providence Community Library. Your donations are essential to the continuation of our services as we're now all doing curbside pickup at 9 locations of Providence Community Library. I was there today. I'll be back there on Friday. We have reference librarians on chat. We have them printing out things for you to pick up at curbside. We have wonderful people on the phone taking your book orders. Make sure to call us during curbside hours. You can visit our website, which I also posted below, to see when we have curbside pickup at all 9 locations of PCL. Thank you all again so much. I have you have an awesome evening, and do not validate what you're eating. Go play a board game, and you might happen to look at the clock tonight and see 11:11 or 1234. I'll see you all on Thursday. Have an awesome evening, everyone. Bye.